So Napoleon Hill spent like 20 years analyzing 500 of the wealthiest people on Earth. He was basically looking for the secret to their fortunes.
Right. Yeah.
And what he discovered was that success really has absolutely nothing to do with luck or even, a remarkably high IQ. It's actually a programmable algorithm.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
So welcome to this deep dive into the architecture of achievement. Our mission today is to decode this definitive blueprint so you can understand exactly why some people achieve massive success while others just kind of stagnate.
I mean, the core philosophy driving all of this research is basically this: whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve.
Right.
Which I know sounds like a cheesy motivational poster.
Yeah.
But when we look closer, there is a really rigorous psychological framework behind it.
Okay, so let's unpack this. If success is an algorithm, we have to program our internal software first. And the foundation here is desire.
Yes, absolutely.
But we aren't talking about casually wishing for $1 million while, sitting on the couch watching TV.
Oh, not at all, no.
Yeah.
What's fascinating here is that the mechanism requires a surgical precision. You have to define the exact outcome you want.
Right, the exact outcome.
Yeah, the exact timeline, and specifically what you're sacrificing to get it.
Wow, so it's a trade.
Exactly. And when you pair that absolute clarity with autosuggestion, you basically alter how your brain filters reality.
Wait, autosuggestion, that's the intentional repetition of this goal to your subconscious.
Yeah, exactly. You're constantly feeding it this goal.
It kind of reminds me of a GPS. Like, desire is typing in the exact coordinates of your destination.
I love that analogy.
Right. But then autosuggestion is the software that keeps that route locked in. Like, it constantly recalculates your daily actions so you don't accidentally navigate toward failure.
That is the perfect way to visualize it, yeah. Because on a neurological level, autosuggestion programs your reticular activating system.
Your what?
Your reticular activating system is the part of your brain responsible for filtering information.
Okay, got it.
So by repeatedly feeding it a highly specific, belief-backed goal, your brain starts highlighting resources and opportunities in your environment, things that you literally previously ignored.
So we've tricked our brain's filter, we see the path, now we need the tools to actually walk it. But this is where I want to push back a little bit.
Okay, go for it.
Well, we've all been told growing up to be, well-rounded, learn a little bit of everything, but this research aggressively pushes specialized knowledge. Why would being a jack of all trades hold you back?
Because generalists usually end up working for specialists.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, if we connect this to the bigger picture, generalized knowledge is essentially dead weight until it's organized into a specific plan of action. You don't actually need to know everything.
Right. Henry Ford is a great example of this.
Exactly. Ford famously didn't know much about general history or science. He just had a row of buttons on his desk to summon the specialists who did.
He just used their knowledge to build his engine.
Yes. And he combined it using what Hill calls synthetic imagination.
So not generating a brand new idea out of thin air.
No, it's taking existing, highly specialized concepts and combining them in a new way to solve a problem. But once you synthesize that plan, you have to execute it through decision.
And the rule of wealth there is to decide quickly and change slowly, right? Is making quick decisions just about saving time?
No, it's actually to bypass fear. Indecision is a psychological breeding ground for doubt.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right. So when you linger on a choice, your amygdala kicks in and starts analyzing all the ways it could go wrong. Leaders who make rapid decisions train their brains to act on data and intuition before fear can literally paralyze them.
Make the call and move. I like that. But eventually the plan will hit a wall. Friction is inevitable.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone hits a wall.
And most people quit right at the tipping point, which makes persistence mandatory. But let's be honest, pushing through failure alone is completely exhausting.
It really is.
So the research introduces the mastermind principle. Is this just like a support group? Like a collective battery to keep your individual energy up?
It is much more powerful than a support group. A true mastermind is a cognitive multiplier.
A cognitive multiplier?
Yeah. When you coordinate your knowledge and effort with a group of driven people, you aren't just borrowing their energy, you're actually borrowing their mental frameworks.
Right, you're seeing how they think.
Exactly. And over time, processing high-level problems with a mastermind develops your sixth sense.
So it's essentially a highly tuned intuition.
Yes. You've absorbed so many diverse expert perspectives that you can intuitively anticipate complex problems. And you completely override the fear of criticism.
So what does this all mean for you listening? The ultimate takeaway is that your internal programming dictates your external reality. Achieving massive success requires ruthless specificity in your goals.
Yeah, and the specialized knowledge to build a plan.
Right. And the cognitive leverage of a mastermind to persist through failure.
You aren't just reacting to the world anymore. You are intentionally architecting your outcome.
Exactly. But here's where it gets really interesting. The research essentially describes the human brain as a broadcasting system.
Yes, this is my favorite part.
Right. Your dominant thoughts are sending out a frequency, attracting the very ideas, people, and circumstances that match it.
It's all connected.
It really is. So think about that GPS we talked about at the start. As you go about your day, ask yourself this. Based on your inner dialogue, what specific frequency is your mind broadcasting right now?
Good question.
And what exactly is tuning